In the rapidly evolving geopolitical landscape, a new bloc of nations has emerged, posing potential challenges to the established world order. This bloc, known as BRICS, comprises 5 major emerging economies: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These countries represent a significant portion of the world's population, landmass, and economic output. The term BRICS was coined in 2001 by economist Jim O'Neill, who recognized the growing economic power of these nations. Initially, the group consisted of only Brazil, Russia, India, and China. South Africa joined in 2010, expanding the bloc's reach and influence. Together, the BRICS nations have been actively seeking to reshape global governance structures and promote a multipolar world order. They have established institutions such as the New Development Bank and the Contingent Reserve Arrangement, which aim to provide alternatives to the existing Western-dominated financial institutions. The rise of BRICS reflects the shifting global power dynamics and the growing desire among emerging economies for a greater voice in international affairs. As these nations continue to grow in economic and political stature, their influence on the world stage is only expected to increase. At the heart of BRICS lies a common aspiration for economic growth and development. The member countries share a desire to reform global financial institutions, such as the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank, to better reflect their interests and concerns. BRICS nations have criticized the dominance of developed countries in these institutions and have called for greater representation and voting power for emerging economies. Beyond financial reforms, BRICS has expanded its cooperation into various other areas, including trade, investment, security, and cultural exchange. Regular summits are held among BRICS leaders to discuss and coordinate their positions on key global issues. The bloc has also established a number of dialogue mechanisms to engage with other developing countries and regional organizations. Recent years have witnessed a surge in BRICS initiatives aimed at strengthening economic ties among its members. These initiatives include the establishment of the New Development Bank, headquartered in Shanghai, which provides funding for infrastructure and sustainable development projects in BRICS and other developing countries. The NDB serves as an alternative to the World Bank and aims to promote South-South cooperation. Another significant initiative is the Contingent Reserve Arrangement, a pool of foreign exchange reserves designed to provide financial stability to BRICS members facing balance of payments difficulties. The CRA acts as a safety net for member countries and reduces their reliance on traditional lenders like the International Monetary Fund. The rise of BRICS has significant political implications for the USA, particularly in the context of the shifting global balance of power. As BRICS nations gain economic and political clout, they are increasingly assertive in challenging the existing US-led world order. This assertiveness is evident in their foreign policy stances, their efforts to reform global governance structures, and their growing influence in international organizations. One key area of concern for the USA is the potential for BRICS to undermine its traditional alliances and partnerships. For instance, the bloc's growing economic ties with countries in Latin America, Africa, and Asia could diminish US influence in these regions. Moreover, BRICS's emphasis on multipolarity and its criticism of US foreign policy could embolden other countries to challenge American hegemony. Furthermore, the USA is wary of the deepening strategic partnership between China and Russia, both of which are key members of BRICS. The two countries have increased their military cooperation, conducted joint military exercises, and coordinated their positions on issues such as Syria and Ukraine. This burgeoning partnership poses a direct challenge to US interests and could potentially lead to a more confrontational geopolitical environment. The rise of BRICS also highlights the limitations of US power in a multipolar world. While the USA remains the world's sole superpower, its ability to unilaterally shape global events is waning. BRICS's emergence as a powerful bloc underscores the need for the USA to adapt to a more complex and fragmented world order and to engage with rising powers through diplomacy and cooperation. The economic rise of BRICS presents both challenges and opportunities for the USA. On the one hand, the bloc's growing economic might translates into increased competition for resources, markets, and technological innovation. This competition is particularly evident in sectors such as manufacturing, energy, and technology, where BRICS nations are rapidly catching up with or even surpassing their developed counterparts. Moreover, the BRICS' push for greater economic integration within the bloc and with other developing countries could lead to a decline in demand for U.S. goods and services. For instance, the creation of a BRICS free trade area or a common currency could potentially reduce U.S. trade volumes and undermine the dominance of the U.S. dollar as the global reserve currency. On the other hand, the economic dynamism of BRICS nations also creates opportunities for U.S. businesses. The bloc's expanding middle class and its growing demand for consumer goods, infrastructure, and advanced technologies present lucrative markets for U.S. companies. By engaging with BRICS nations through trade and investment, the USA can tap into these markets and potentially benefit from their economic growth. Furthermore, cooperation between the USA and BRICS is essential for addressing global challenges such as climate change, pandemics, and cybersecurity. These challenges transcend national borders and require collective action from all major economies, including both developed and developing countries. By working together, the USA and BRICS can leverage their respective strengths and resources to find solutions to these pressing issues. In conclusion, the rise of BRICS is a complex phenomenon with far-reaching implications for the USA. While it presents certain challenges, particularly in terms of geopolitics and economic competition, it also offers opportunities for cooperation and engagement. By adopting a pragmatic and nuanced approach, the USA can navigate the complexities of a multipolar world and find ways to coexist and cooperate with rising powers like BRICS.